What's up, Dragon Nation? I'm Rich with Dragon Nation Gaming. Welcome back to Space Engineers. Last episode, I don't remember what we did. We were working on the ramp. We were trying to get the sensor set up, I believe. That's what we were doing in the last episode. This episode, yeah, we need upgrade. The ramp that I had works. It's fine. The way it is, it works okay. But it's not enough. Of course, we have to try to make things even more complicated, make them more difficult. So in last live stream on Saturday, I got help from the viewers to come up with something, yeah, kind of my style, going way too complicated, but let's go ahead and get this started. Alright, so anybody who was watching on Saturday would probably recognize this. This is what we came up with in the live stream. Now, is this necessary? No, it's definitely not necessary. Our little system over here works just fine. For those of you who are not the greatest at building in Space Engineers, this system works just fine. Go ahead and use it. But, yeah, leaving it just good enough is not good enough. We gotta go extremely complicated to try to get this perfect. So let me show you how this thing works. What we have is we have a piston down here. It brings the whole system in. Then we have another piston which actually brings it up and down. And then of course we have a hinge that turns it. Let me go ahead and show you what this looks like when we actually use it. So if you come up to the top up here, you'll notice no more gap. It's just straight ramp all the way down into the base, which was what I was looking for, but this might be just a little too complicated, a little much, but yeah, we're gonna use it just for the hell of it. But let's go ahead and bring it up and I'll show you why we had to use pistons, something that becomes an issue. So if we take a look at this one over here, I have to reverse the hinges real quick. We have the hinges that are actually flat with the ramp, which is the easy way of doing it. It works just fine most of the time. So if we go ahead and reverse those hinges, first, you'll notice that because of where the pivot point is, which is in the middle of the block, right down in there, the top right here actually widens out from this edge of that block to the edge of this block. It actually gets wider. Not only that, but you can tell this is the line that it's at when it's fully, when it goes the other way. It's at this line right here. But now it's at this line. It actually goes down. So if you want to try to hide the hinge, which I would love to be able to do, you kind of have to take that hinge and drop it down even lower. Which means, because of the way levers work, this gap right here is going to be even bigger. And the drop right there will be even lower. So let me go ahead and show you. We'll go ahead and just reverse that hinge real quick on that one. So we take that hinge, we go ahead and reverse it. This is what you would get if you drop the hinge back down. So we still have that gap. The way this is if I got rid of this block right here, that's where the blast doors are. So it would be an even bigger gap if we were using blast doors on this contraption. But because of the way we're trying to figure this out, no longer an issue. But you will notice there is still a gap and the block is a lot higher. This is a pretty bad bump when it comes to Space Engineers. So what we need to do is we need to close that gap, which is why we have the piston and this piston. So if I go ahead and reverse the pistons, you'll notice that it actually closes that gap, pretty much making it completely disappear. So this was actually, there were a couple of people that actually helped me on this. I'm 36, Father Prax, I think his name was, and Cookie said he helped out too, but I can't remember. Pretty much I was trying to figure things out in my head while I was live streaming and wasn't really paying attention to the chat, but then I noticed that someone said something about pistons and it just clicked in my head and I came up with this. But yeah, the front end still has this little lip that we're using with the walkways, or the hell are these called? Graded catwalk, my bad, catwalk. So we still have that lip, but the thing I need to do is I need to build this twice. Not only do we need it on this side, we also need it on this side. Now, somebody also did ask me, why am I doing it on both sides and connecting them together? Well, because the force that's being used, even though they fixed collisions in the game, the blocks are still rubbing against each other, which does cause a bit of drag. Am I sliding down? I am. I'm sliding down the ramp. What the hell? Alright, so they still create drag. So if I only have one force pulling from this hinge on this side and I don't have one on that side, that means that hinge will be getting pulled from this direction over here and from the direction over there. So it'd actually be twisting and trying to pull that down as well. So it's better to go ahead and put the hinge on both sides and connect them, so that way you have an equal force against each piston. It's only going in one direction. But what I need to do is I need to go ahead and get rid of all this, and we need to try this again. I need to put that both sides and connect them together. This is going to take a little bit of work. Alright, so we got rid of the ramp. The ramp is gone. That's one less thing I have to do. But what we need to figure out is, now I need to figure out all the spacing for this thing. So what we're going to have is the wall is going to be back like this. So let me go ahead and place these real quick, and it will be just above the piston. Now that piston right there is not going to retract all the way, so these blocks are fine. They're not going to interfere with anything. And then we'll come out with this block right here, the slope block. What I need to do is, the slope block is going to be this corner right here. So I need to go ahead and get rid of these real quick. And then I need to figure out where I can snap the other blocks that are below it. Oops, I'm full. Hold on. Going to get rid of some stuff. What did I thought I was only, oh, the hinges, never mind. I thought I was only doing armor blocks, but I forgot I had to do the hinges as well. Alright, so the slope block is gonna go right here, all the way across. Then right below it, we're just gonna have armor blocks, so I need to get rid of all this stuff as well. Alright, so I did have to dig back a little bit as well. There we go. I think we're good. Alright, let's try to get all of these blocks in. Actually, let's just do it quickly like this. But then we'll try to do the ones below it. Try to make this as quick as possible. There we go. Oops. I double clicked. Didn't mean to. And right there. Now I just need to get those welded up. But, right. Yeah, let me go ahead and get those welded up real quick. I think I should have enough armor blocks on me. Alright, now that I got that, I need to figure out where we need to start the first piston. Then we can connect everything together from there. Well, no, I'd have to do the other piston and the hinge first. But it looks like we come down 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I already have 2. Ah, shit, that means I'm gonna have to dig I'm gonna have to dig this thing out even more. Maybe not. Yeah, let me go ahead and get the spacing for the pistons done and see how much I'm gonna have to actually dig out. I might not have to dig out anything, probably just enough for the pistons And this is all going to be armor blocks, so I could try to hide the rest of it. I don't know. We'll have to see how this works out. But yeah, let me go ahead and try to figure out where the first piston is going to be placed. I'm going to have to back it up to just about there. So 1 block behind the wall, and then we need to come down 2 more blocks as well. Yeah, this is going to be fun. Alright, so I got everything dug out. I think we're down, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, now we need to come in 1 more so I have a place to put the pistons. Just want to make sure I have enough support for them. And I think we're good. Alright, let's go in and get those welded up. And now we need to get the pistons into place. Now I don't need to completely weld up the pistons yet. But we could go ahead and just put it in place right now and then figure out the spacing for the other pistons and the hinges and all that. Because I probably will have to dig out a little bit further. Well, no, I'll have to extend the piston. So, yeah, we're going to have to dig out a little bit more. The piston's actually going to be extended about 1 block. That's where it's going to start off at. The movements are actually very small. I think it's only like... We're only moving at like 1 meter. I think. That's it. But that 1 meter can make a pretty big bump when it comes to rovers. So let's go ahead and find the piston. Then we need to put one on... Yep, right here. Make sure it's actually lined up correctly. And it needs to come back to about right there. So yeah, it's very important that you make sure that there is no voxels that are interfering with the piston. It can create some problems. Only a few. There we go. I think that one's good enough for right now. And then I need to go ahead and build this one. Alright, now that we got that, we need to go ahead and get these welded up. And then I need to go ahead and extend them, get the voxels cleared out for as far as we need to go, and then we can figure out where everything else is going to be. Oh, yeah, see, I wasn't able to put it in the head because I didn't have room. Hold on. Yeah, it didn't build the head. Did it build the head on the other one? Yes, it did. So basically all I need to do is I need to make a tunnel that goes from where the piston head is straight in. I just need to make room for that piston. I don't need to clear out the entire thing. So let me go ahead and see if I can't get a freaking head back on that piston. Alright, okay, this is the only place I have access right now. I could go to the timer blocks or stuff like that, but that's fine. So piston, alright, nope, other one. Yeah, looks like we're good. Alright, now that we got that, I need to go ahead and get those welded up real quick. And then we need to get them to the appropriate distance. There we go. I need to get large steel tubes. Alright, so the distance... Oh, I got a block. Where'd it go? There it is. I missed one. Come here. Bleat. There it goes. God damn it. Alright, so this piston right here, this is how it's set up. Pretty much all it does is it just goes out to max distance of 2.4, medium distance is 1.7. So I'm going to go ahead and get those set up so that way I can get everything dug out so it's not interfering. I also need to make sure I come out about 1 more block. Then I need to make a tunnel or get rid of the voxels for that piston. So let me get those done real quick. Alright, so we got both of them kind of set up. I do have to tweak things a little bit. I think the hinges are good. The hinges actually rotate from 0 degrees, which is straight up, to 10 degrees, which is the slope of the ramp. But what we need to do is I need to figure out the spacing of the pistons. It's not quite right. I need to raise it up just a little bit. This one as well. Yeah, just a little tiny bit. But let me go over what's going on. So, pistons are a little bit taller than blocks. So a fully retracted piston is about 3 meters, I want to say, a little bit less than that. Each block is 2.5 meters. I'm doing the math completely wrong. All right, so one block is 2.5 meters high, 2.5 meters wide, and 2.5 meters deep. 2 blocks would make that 5 meters high. Now a piston is just a little bit more than 2 blocks tall. We're gonna actually figure that one out. The reason for that is when the piston is fully retracted, the head actually sits on top of it, and I think the blocks actually come to a line that's like right there. So that's the issue that I'm having right now, is trying to figure out that height. So I'm gonna go ahead and extend this piston just a little bit and see if we can't find that height. So right now I'm at 2.3. Now the amount that we need to move this thing is very, very small. So what I'm gonna try to do is do one at a time. So max distance right now is set to 2.3. We're gonna go to 2.4. Now it's at 2.4. Let's see if that was enough. I think that was actually right. No, might be too much. Let me get in here. Yep, it's a little too much. So it's not 2.4, it's, let's try 2.3. Let's reverse this. Let's try max distance of 2.35. And the reverse again. Now let's see if we're even. Yep, there it is. So I need to go ahead and change the other one as well. So max distance, right here, 2.35. Come on, 5. There you go. Alright, so now those pistons should be set up. The hinges are set up. They should be fine. No issues there. This piston, though, I don't know. We're going to have to set that one up and figure that one out. I think we have it set up to max distance of 2.4. Then it goes down to 1.7. And you'll see why that is here in a second. So right now it's extended to 2.4. So that way we can line up with this line right here. Then later on when we tilt the hinge, let's go to do that real quick. Can I? Oh, come on. So hinge. We'll go ahead and reverse those. We're trying to close that gap that's right there. And we're also trying to bring the block down so that way we can make it level with this plane. So we need to go ahead, and I have these set up in a group. So we have ramp 2 will reverse, and this one will reverse as well. Now we should be perfectly lined up. Well, not quite. We need to lower this piston right here just a little bit more. Looks like another 0.05. So the minimum distance is, actually, let's go to those pistons. I think it's ramp 2. Yeah, it's ramp 2. Alright, so the minimum distance right now is 2.2. What we need to go to is 2.15. Let's give that a shot. 2.15. Okay. So since we're going down anyways, it should have just went right to that height. Well, it's a little bit too low, but it's better to be too low than too high. I think that will actually work. That'll be fine. Next thing we need to do is we need to double check this piston. So we already know that fully retracted is at the right length. So let me show you. We need to go ahead and take those hinges, which I did not set up a group. Give me 1 second. And I need to go ahead and reverse those. Oh, we also need to go ahead and do the pistons as well. So piston, reverse both. Now what happens if we go straight, that piston extends out, this one extends up, which gets us right about there. Let me actually double check something real quick. Yep, 2.4. Now what we need to do is we need to set that piston up for the length that we need over here. Which means I'm gonna have to get everything built real quick. I'm gonna have to get a line of armor blocks that go over here, then also get the catwalks up as well. So let me go ahead and do that real quick, and we'll see if we can't get this working. Alright, now that we got those, let me go ahead. We'll have to do this real quick. The issue is right now, I didn't change the torque on the hinges, so it's kind of messing with things a little bit. I need to go ahead and change that real quick. We're going to max that shit out. Screw it. So, hinges. We're going to put the torque and the braking all the way up. I'm not worried about it. Nah, we don't really have to go all the way up. I'm tired of trying to figure out where it needs to be. So, we should be level. No. Alright, I need to go ahead and reverse those hinges, see if they actually do move. I might have broken them. I don't know. Alright, reverse. Yep, they're moving. Now, the issue is we're hitting over here. There is not enough room because we didn't move those blocks back. So that's another reason why we have these pistons. I just need to make sure that these pistons come back far enough for us to get that ramp down where it needs to be. So let me find this one and this one. We need to go ahead and reverse both. So now the ramp is lined up and we're down. So yeah, this one's not a perfect seam, but I'm good with it. I'm fine. It's awesome. It's great. It works. So this time I just used the regular catwalks instead of using the railing catwalk. I think it looks a little bit better because honestly, one of the things you will need when you're doing kind of like an underground parking lot is you will need grates to get the water runoff. Usually they would be right up here. They would catch rainwater and keep the bottom area from flooding. Then you'd probably also have some here as well. So it kind of makes it look realistic, sort of. But of course, at some point, I do have to go ahead and... right now, all it is armor blocks. I do have to try to make it pretty. Now that we got that, what I need to do is I need to go ahead and get all these connected together. This side with that side. Let's see if we can actually do that. I need to set up a timer as well. That's alright. For the time being, we could go ahead and do this with, you know what? Hold on. What did I name? Okay, ramp. Let's do it this way. Let's find the hinge. We'll go ahead and put that into a group of called ramp. So hinge and then ramp. So now when I type ramp, it should bring up the hinges and the pistons so I can do them all at the same time. So ramp. So the hinges, the pistons, there we go. Now we can reverse all at the same. No, I can't. Well, son of a bitch. All right, I gotta do them one at a time. All right, reverse. It's not quite working out. Why not? Oh, this one did not reverse. Why'd you not reverse? There it is. And the hinges apparently are going way too high. That has to do with the braking torque. I gotta figure, why is it doing that? Alright, so let me get some stuff set up. I gotta set this up on the timer. We need to get some other stuff done, then we'll get it connected. Alright, I'm about to connect these together. And I expect things to explode. We'll see. Oops. Computer, motor, and large steel tube. I guess I didn't grab everything I needed. So, motor, computer, large steel tube. There we go. Thought I had everything. My bad. And no, nothing blew up. Alright, well, that's a good sign. Alright, I need to get everything connected up though. Alright, next thing we need to do is we need to try to see if this is actually going to work. And if there's an issue, I need to go ahead and change it now. But I went ahead, got a timer set up, and got a button panel set up. But yeah, I need to start cleaning stuff up because I've been doing a lot of building on my own, and stuff is starting to get disorganized around here. It's starting to look like crap. So yeah, I need to get that fixed. And there we go. I think we're permanently connected. Except for... Hold on. I need the... so the catwalks, the thing with the catwalks is the reason I have two is just for the look. So if we take one catwalk and we put it down like this, I just don't like how the bottom of the catwalks look. I prefer to look like this. That's why I have two. Unfortunately, I just can't snap it from above. So, Drifter actually helped me with this one. Said, yeah, just put two on. Then you can connect the second row to the top of that. And for me, that just looks better. Alright, I think we're ready to try this out. So, right now, we are completely closed. I think we're good. So, what's going to happen? Oh, I need to... we're not going to worry about the airtight hangar doors. Screw it. All that's going to happen is the hinge is going to tilt down, and then the pistons are going to do their thing. Hopefully everything works out okay, but let's see how this works. Okay, that... Yeah, everything's just a little bit wobbly. Oh shit, okay, oh, no, no, don't. Yeah, see? Not a very good idea. Alright, let's do this. Reverse it. And I think now it's stuck. Yeah. It's stuck now. I think the reason it's stuck is because of the speeds. I have this stuff moving a little too fast. I need to slow it down. I have everything set to, I think, 1 meter per second. Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna have to slow it down just a little bit. So the hinges... Oh, let me grab those. The hinges are at... Yep. Let's go 0.5. The pistons... Yep. We'll go 0.5 with those as well. And this piston as well. Velocity 0.5. Alright, let's see if we can reverse this. Yeah, the speed was the issue. But now it's really bouncy, and now everything is off because, yeah, I screwed it off. I screwed it up. Not screwed it off. So yeah, because of the weight, that design is not going to work. So probably the thing to do is add more hinges and more pistons. Make it more stable. It's just the weight over here on the front is a little too much for it. So there's a few things I could do to try to figure out that problem. But that's the cool thing. We try to get it lined up perfectly. It does work, as we can see over here. We just need to deal with the weight issue. Oh, no, not you. Here. There. Just like that. That's all it needs to do. So I think what I'll do is we'll try a couple more rows of that system right there. Then we'll connect everything together and see if that's going to be enough. I'll do that one on my own. I'll try to get it perfected on my own. We know that the system works. We just have to figure out the weight. That means I'm going to have to add more pistons and more hinges. But I should be able to get it figured out. But I'll show you guys in the next episode. What I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to get another episode out today, if I have time. It probably won't be till sometime in the late afternoon or evening, but I should be able to get another episode out if I can get this ramp done. We'll have to see how that works out, but until then, make sure to like and subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.